2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're on the cliffs of La Jolla, California, the famed Torrey Pines venue, and it's our opening round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. Hello everyone, I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy out on the course. And Beamer certainly set up for a stunner today at Torrey Pines South. What do you think these players face this week from the course?
They face a rude awakening. They haven't played too many golf courses yet this year, but they're going to run into Torrey Pines South, and you're going to figure out exactly how good a shape your golf game is in, because it's ruthless. And if you're not careful, you can go out there and shoot a big number in a hurry. It tests every facet of your game. This golf course is an absolute brute.
We head out to the 10th hole now, and as we begin our coverage of this week's event, it's a good time to check in with Henny Koyak, because we've been hearing some word about a rivalry that's heating up between our featured player and Rose Zhang.
Luke, Rose Zhang is cool, calm, super talented. Our featured player better bring that and more if they're going to defeat her.
Thanks for that, Henny. Looking forward to seeing how this rookie fares against Rose Zhang. Well, with a pocket full of FedEx Cup points over the last half a dozen starts or so, this player certainly has been delivering consistent results and pushing for wins or winning, Rich. Do you expect that to continue here this week?
We've seen this player time and time again contend for tournaments, and it is no surprise to see him doing it once again this week. It is so fun watching this player. They're in top form.
This one's for birdie. That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field. And he will move to 4 under par now. Time to take a look at the leaderboard, and it's a 4-stroke buffer for our leader. The 11th at Torrey Pines South plays downhill, but it's still a long par 3.
This green from the back tee looks minuscule. There's just not a lot of room on the front of it. Even the back section, which it does get a little bit wider, it still is very small. A massive shelf, top left. If you get it up there, happy days for you. If not, just find the green, 2-putt, make 3, move on.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. Yeah, well played. This putt is of 9 feet.
He's got this one for birdie.
And he's down there. You got a read?
This is such a tough read. It looks straight all the way, and then it will be right.
This one's online. That's well holed. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. Our leader is out in front by a whopping 5 strokes. Rich, in your opinion, is this the hardest par 4 on the entire West Coast?
If it's not, it's certainly top 2. The only other one that I could think that it would come close to is probably the 10th at Pebble, especially with the tee box all the way back there. You know, it's just... It doesn't have the scenery, but it has the demand that you can't geek a drive out there and expect anything good to happen, and you certainly can't afford really to have a bad iron shot either. It's just a strong par 4. Again, different look than what you have at 10 at Pebble, but it's the difficulty is just the same.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Well, this one's going right at the flag. A wonderful shot and a birdie opportunity coming up at the 12th. Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today, and that takes him to 6 under. Our leader is up by a whopping 6 shots now. All right, Rich, the par 5 13th, so much has been said about it. I'm interested in your thoughts.
It's a very interesting hole. You know, miss those bunkers, put yourself in the fairway, but you've got this ravine that you have to hit over. It's a grass ravine, thankfully, so if you miss the fairway, you can lay up there. But going for this green, if you come up a little shy, you could find one of these 4 or 5 bunkers, both left and right, and then you've got a nearly impossible up and down from there. And again, a green that's got a section on the left and a section on the right. Very rarely do they put the pin in the middle. But boy, I tell you what, this is a really good, fun par 5 that you can make anywhere from 3 to 7.
Nicely done. Oh, I don't mind the look of this one. In fact, this is looking fantastic. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Now 7 strokes up after that hole. And that there is the completion of a very nice day's work. As the lead, Rich.
Who doesn't like to be the leader? It's always good. No matter the first round, you'd rather have it the last round, though. But I got to say, good start.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. Good day, folks. It's time to get ready for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, brought to you by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. We're back in beautiful La Jolla, California for the second round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. Luke Elvey here, delighted to have your company as we get into the action. This player starts their round in the lead. How should they approach today?
This player just needs to keep going out and just staying as relaxed as they have been, and don't take unnecessary chances. Just keep it simple, find some fairways, find some greens, hole a few putts if you will, and see where it lands at the end of the day.
This is his second shot. Oh, that is beautiful.
Rose seems to have been pretty confident so far, perhaps even a bit smug. But after what this player has produced, she's looking a little nervous now.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. He's currently in first place. Oh, I like this. The cover's coming off the big dog. Time to let it loose.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third shot that's absolutely blind. This third shot could be one of the most difficult third shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
This is one of those lengthy putts. Good one just to get close.
Okay.
Looks to have some good speed about it too. Okay, time to return to the action. Putting hasn't been the strength today. Hopefully that can change right here.
All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This is going to turn ever so slightly to the right.
A chance to make a birdie just slides by. And that should secure the par on this one. Still in the lead now after that hole. We've arrived at the par 4 14th hole.
Nice tee shot here. A little bit more room to the right than the players really feel like there is. However, that also brings a rough on the right-hand side into play, and you don't want to be there, especially with this green that's set right back against the canyon. It's a difficult second shot, almost an infinite edge pool look, if you will. You really have to bear down and make sure you have a good idea of your distance control on your second shot.
And our intrepid on-course reporter, John, standing by.
Hey guys, we're checking in with Tony Fee now as he gets set for his next shot here on the 9th.
It looks like he's thinking about going for the green here.
Oh my.
Booyah, baby. How good was that albatross? Keep rolling. That's impressive.
Sensational from the heart of the fairway.
Second shot here on the 14th. This should play. Well, that'll set up a birdie bid, Rich.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie. And another one goes. And with it, an increase of his lead. Sitting at -13 for the tournament. Welcome to the par 4 15th hole.
Why are the straightaway par 4s the hardest ones? We have another one right here. It's just straight away with the drive, nothing fancy about it. You find the fairway and you're left with another long iron second shot. You got a front right bunker that should see plenty of action. The one on the left, though, that's a big no-no spot, as this green does tilt pretty good from back to front.
Atta boy, good shot. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He's looking at perhaps 175, I'd say.
Well, good looking shot here. That's headed towards the green. Well, that'll be one of the shots of the day, that's for sure. Just a 4-footer remaining.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. That's a momentum maker, isn't it?
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
And that'll see him remain in the same spot on the leaderboard. Well, that's some pretty tidy work through 2 rounds, Rich. Has opened up a huge buffer over the field.
I don't think I've seen 2 rounds this complete in my life, Luke. Having such a massive lead, how can they handle it?
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Welcome everyone. It's time to get ready for the gripping season-long pursuit of the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. And what a stunning setting we have for the third round of the Farmers Insurance Open, right here in La Jolla, California, and Torrey Pines. Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam, as always, and delightful to have you with us. And Rich, always lovely to see our featured player leading the field here with 36 holes to play.
Well, this is where everything starts to get a little bit real for these players now, isn't it? 36-hole lead. You're sitting on that lead with just 36 to go, and you're the hunted. This is going to be fun.
Can't wait to get into the action. Let's get down to the third hole. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
Don't stop now. Keep on.
Oh, terrific approach, and a chance for birdie here at the third. Well, that's an early statement right there.
Setting the tone early in this round.
He'll like to look at where he's standing on this leaderboard. And now onto the par 4 fourth hole.
I love this hole. Just take it out of those bunkers on the right-hand side and hit yourself a nice little baby draw. And from there, you have probably one of the coolest green complexes, I think, on the golf course. Really difficult to make birdie, and actually you're pretty happy making par. But I'm telling you what, sit there and enjoy the beauty of this hole. It's a doozy.
Playing this shot from about 170 yards out. And tidy looking shot, that one. Oh, that one looked pretty good off the blade, and it's looking pretty good on the green too. Just a short putt remaining here. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
This shot is about 140 yards out.
This one is going straight at it. Fantastic approach, right at it. Rose Zhang is having a word with her caddy after that shot. Not sure if it's related or not, but the rivalry seems to be heating up here.
That was a well-played hole. Take the birdie.
And not giving the field a chance to breathe whatsoever.
Currently sitting at an impressive 20 under par here. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
That was wonderfully done. Time for the second shot here at the 6th. Yeah, this is the stuff we love, getting after this par 5 in 2.
Absolutely love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Oh, what an eagle. Great putt.
Game face on early here, Luke.
And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. Here we are at the par 4, 7th hole.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players one has started out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the barranca and the canyons come into play.
Not bad. From about 130 yards here. That should find the surface. Gee, it's metronomic here. Green after green. Gee, golf looks easy when you're playing like this.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
And just checking back in with the standings, and he continues to lead this tournament. Now on the tee after a birdie. Fired up and ready for more.
This green is not deep. It's wide. It's got a lot of movement from east to west, just not a lot of room north to south. You find the right section of this green, you could find yourself a nice little deuce.
Going with the 7. Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here.
And he's done it. He's held it, and that means he extends his lead.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
And now that finds him in first place. And Rich, as this round comes to an end, this player is absolutely dominating the field.
It's been a work of art from my point of view, and I gotta say, I hope it continues for one more day.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. PGA Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Well, it's that gorgeous meeting of surf and turf here at La Jolla, California. The final round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is on now. Hi, everyone. I'm Luke Elvey. Lovely to have you with us today once again. Oh, Rich, great to see you. Championship Sunday. Don't you love it when there's a trophy on the line? And our player has a chance to win one today.
Even with this massive lead, there is no lead large enough, I have to say. It's a very uncomfortable situation because there's only one place to go, and that's down. So this player has got to be aware of that, go out and try and play as rock solid the first 3 or 4 holes as humanly possible to continue that lead.
And now let's head out to the play on 14. He's been playing beautifully all tournament, got quite a healthy advantage. Let's see if he gets the job done. Lovely effort, that. Second shot here on the 14th hole. Well, you can see why he's leading. That was a shot of high caliber. This putt coming up is for birdie. And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out.
What a putt that was. And that'll ensure he remains in first place. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. Here we are on the par 4, 15th hole.
As big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole, job well done, my friend.
Standing over his second shot. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Terrific shot into the 15th and a chance for birdie.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly.
Looking for another birdie here.
Oh, look at those birdies starting to get on the scorecard. This is great play here, Rich.
And nice to have that cushion heading down the last few holes.
Okay, holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. Teeing off here on the 16th hole.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a difficult two-putt to say the least.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Yeah, it took a bit too much club on that one.
Ooh, that almost went down. If he makes this, he'll save his par. He's currently sitting in first place. Here we are at the 17th, a par 4.
You want to avoid the bunkers on the right, but in doing so, you bring the ravine on the left into play, don't you? Second shot, though, plays slightly uphill. There's two distinct sections, the left and the right here. A little bit of a spine that bisects this green. This is a really good, strong par 4. Par is a great score.
Oh, that was pure. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
Great looking shot, this.
Rose seems to have been pretty confident so far, perhaps even a bit smug. But after what this player has produced, she's looking a little nervous now.
Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that hole. The 18th hole is a par 5.
I'd say this is probably one of the, if you talk about risk reward par 5s on the PGA Tour, this has got to be up near the top of the list. You find the fairway, it's just begging you to go for it. You got the water fronting the green, and you have deep bunkers both right and left. But with the history of this hole, you got to go for it, don't you?
Well, this should find the short grass. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Yeah, this one, it's long range, 235 yards to go. He is taking this on.
Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
He has this putt to win the event. And he's down there. You got to read.
Ooh, little downhill left to righter here.
That came off the blade pretty nicely. Tracking. Oh, that's a great putt. Did everything but drop. Don't sweat that last opportunity. Well, there you have it. There's your Farmers Insurance Open champion, and a great performance on a really tough track.
What a victory on this South golf course. This player winning the Farmers Insurance Open, surviving the South.
And Rich, mark that down as one of the outstanding wins we'll see this season.
It's just one of these wins where you just want to sit back and just soak it all in and enjoy it.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.